So, NADIA, Unfiltered, Part 3. Being a TV presenter, right, is like, you know when you're meeting up with your friends that you haven't seen for a while, and there might be somebody there that you feel like you've got a little bit of something to prove. So you're meeting up with a group of people, maybe one of your friends, you feel like you've got something to prove. So you really think about what you wear. You really think about your makeup. You plan a bit of what you're going to say. Why am I doing this weird you thing? Oh yeah, because we're getting you to imagine what being a TV presenter is like. And then you're just absolutely lovely the whole time you're at the lunch, right? So if anyone's ever experienced that, going to a do, some people there that you really like, there might be somebody that makes you feel a bit, I've still got so much to prove, i.e. the audience. And so you're on your very best, right? So you smile all the time. You watch what you say. You try and steer away from politics, even if it kills you. You steer away from religion. You're cautious not to share anything that's too unpleasant or too happy, because you could be judged. You don't moan about anything. You can say that if you feel bad or something bad has happened or something like that, but you mustn't moan in any way, because you must be grateful at all times. So, episode whatever it is of NADIA Unfiltered. If you're new to our channel, just please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Women of our age, apparently. I'm always assuming there'd be no men here because this is Girls' Corner, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just assuming that what I've been told is true. That women of our age think if you hit the subscribe button on a YouTube channel, it means that you've got to pay something. You haven't. It's all free. So come and hang out with us. So today, I thought, whilst I lie on the sofa looking like shit and I've got a piece of popcorn stuck between my teeth and seeing full sag. Look at that. Look at that. Watch. Oh, fuck. You know, like those avalanches. Do you see? One bit of snow and then everything. That's it. Look, watch. One of the loose women said to me the other day, God, I wish people would stop ringing me up and offering me free facelifts. I said, fucking hell, if you don't want one, pass my number to them. I'd bloody love a facelift. I just don't want to pay for one because I can't afford it. So, yeah, you see, if you're on telly, you wouldn't see that. Watch. So, what does it mean to be a TV presenter, really? Okay. To be a TV presenter, it's you have to put yourself in the place of, you're going for a girl's lunch, right? And there's going to be some people there that you like, and there's going to be some people that you feel like you've still got to prove yourself to. They might have known you from years ago, and they never really quite liked you anyway. And so they're going to get pissed off if you complain about anything, because you should be grateful for absolutely everything. You're going to have to be opinionated, but not too opinionated, because you'll piss everyone off. I mean, this is very much to be a female TV presenter, not a male presenter, because, of course, male presenters can be just as opinionated as they like. It always astonishes me when underneath posts about loose women, sometimes it will say about me, oh, my God, I can't stand that woman. She's so opinionated. I was saying this the other day on Coffee Moaning, which is our daily morning show. I was saying this on Coffee Moaning the other day, and Mark went, but it's an opinion show. I went, I know. It doesn't seem to make much difference. So, I mean, I'm not just talking about loose women here. I'm talking about generally being a TV presenter, because I've presented dozens of programmes other than Loose Women. And what you're doing is you're giving your best self, rather like when you go for a lunch with the girls. Are you going to moan too much? Are you going to be too opinionated? Are you going to say all the good things that happen to you? Are you going to moan about the bad things that happen to you? No. You're going to be your best self. You're going to wear your nicest clothes. You're going to think a bit more about your makeup. You're going to think like, oh, so-and-so always loves dresses. So, I wonder if I'll wear a dress today. Because I think a lot of the time we dress for women, don't we? At my age anyway. We do dress for other women. We wear, me and Jane always wear our nicest jumpers, me and Jane more, because we both love jumpers. So we go, I've got a nice jumper. So you do all of that. And so it's funny because people say, well, are you fake as a TV presenter? You know, every TV presenter in the world gets accused at some point of being fake. So this is what I align it with. If you were to go out for a good night out or a good girls' lunch or something, and even if you were really pissed off that morning, you know, you had a shit day, you can't stand your husband, are you going to go into your lunch and moan about all of that? No. And so being a TV presenter is the same. So it's not that you're fake. It's just that you're showing the best side of yourself. Of course you are, because you're on bloody telly, you know. And that's why I love having the YouTube channel, because, you know, I've got the best of both worlds. I mean, I think Loose Women is one of the most, definitely, it's like the most real show as a presenter, because you are really talking about your stuff. It's not that kind of presenting where you're going, hello, I'm just so fantastic, I'm just going to sit here and eat myself and just smile all the time. It's not that. So it's much more real. But it's still not really me. Like Mark says, oh my God, you don't look anything like you. He just hates it when I'm like all done up. And I must admit, you know, the team are great and they're lovely and they're my friends, and, you know, the stylists, God love them. They'll buy me nice clothes and I put them on and go, yeah, that's comfy. Makeup artist will do a lovely job and I go, oh yeah, that looks great. Because it does, because they've done a good job, but I just don't feel like me. You know what I mean? Because I just think, you know, if I was to sit on TV and say, fucking hell, sometimes I feel so old. Like, I don't even really say that to Mark. A couple of times I have, and last few days I felt really old, if I'm honest. I felt really old. And Kay always says to me, I don't believe it when you say that you're grateful for being 60, but I really am grateful for being 60, because I think of my friends who aren't going to make 60 because of having cancer. So I know I'm really fucking lucky to be 60, but that doesn't mean sometimes I get really scared about being 60. I think some of that is because Mark is younger than me. And though we've never thought there's a problem, surely there will be one day a problem, won't there? Yeah. Like if I'm 80 And he's 75. That's quite a lot goes wrong between 75 and 80, doesn't it? And it's just like this. It's all just like, it's just hanging a lot. I mean, it's hanging more today because I'm tired. And I had wine on Friday. So if I have wine on Friday, come Sunday, my face is still swollen. And I just think, just the last couple of days, I just felt so knackered. You know, and I post my video. So say like we're on Loose Women, we're having a topic about, say, exercise, which I do love. But I don't love it all the time. You know, when I put up videos on my Instagram, you know, when I'm having a good morning and I'm working out, and I love that I inspire people to exercise as well. And they say, oh God, I love to see you exercise because it inspires me. That gives me a buzz. I fucking love that, because I wish I'd had that when I was young. I wish I'd had Instagram to inspire me. There's somebody that's not super fit and super gorgeous, super perfect exercising. There's somebody that's just, you know, looks all right in leggings and, you know, we should do the downward dog, a face hangs, all of that stuff. I like that. But bloody hell, sometimes it's such a pain in the ass exercising. And sometimes I do feel really old. Like my grip is terrible. I mean, I was able to do 30 seconds on that monkey bar. Now I can only do 15. Poor monkey bar. And I'm getting worse and worse. And is that because I'm 60 now? I use my phone so much. I'm such a phone addict that like this thumb feels like it's got full arthritis. And yesterday, I was trying to hide it in front of my family, but I kept the pain in my hand. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then a doctor the other day told me I've got a collapsing paw. So you see, as a TV presenter, you can say those things, but you can say them in a light and funny way, because you've just got to be your best. But actually, I don't want collapsing paws. I don't want thinning pubic hair. I don't want really scaly legs. I don't want to have to just think about serums for my eyebrows, serums for my eyelashes. I mean, I know it's just like that. It's nothing. But didn't it used to be so nice when we'd just wake up and already look nice? I'm having a proper moment. Wish my hair was as thick as it was, but I know I'm lucky because I got nice hair. But I've just given you the examples of like what being a TV presenter is like compared to what being a YouTuber is like. And it's just, yeah. Some days before I go into the studio, I was saying this to the director the other day. Poor Dickie. I was going, do you know what? Every single night before I go into Loose Women, I go, oh no, oh God, I've got to go to Loose Women. Oh God, shit, I've got Loose Women tomorrow. I always enjoy it when I'm there, but just the gargantuan task of being, you know, schwissy, by you know, being tarted up, by being by being opinionated but not too opinionated, by being South London but not being too South London, being half Jordanian but not being too Jordanian, being everything but not to be too this. Being a TV presenter, being anyone in our business is about being not too much of what you are. It's like a toned down version. It's like you're a controlled version of yourself. That's what it's like. Yeah, it's like a controlled version. Going to meet my friends for lunch and I'm just going to be absolutely lovely. Why am I saying all this? Oh, because somebody said to me the other day, what's the difference between being a TV presenter and a YouTuber? Like now I'm itching my tits. I could not do that on Loose Women. If I was doing it on Loose Women, I'd do it like that. I mean, for instance, it's like, you know, I'm a fiery person. Plenty of TV presenters are fiery people. And like, so sometimes if you're having a more fiery discussion, you know that everyone's going to go, oh, God, I wonder if they all hate each other. I wonder if they're all fighting in the break. Mind you, I suppose people think that as a YouTuber as well. I mean, I'm always arguing with Mark. But yeah. If I was on Loose Women today, say for instance, or not just Loose Women, any TV presenting job, it would be wrong if I were to say, sometimes I'm really scared of being this age, and sometimes, you know, there's loads about, sometimes I get a creak or an ache or I get a thing and I think, oh my God, is this what's to come? But the difference between being on YouTube and difference being on telly is, if I would say that, everyone would go, oh, well, you say that you're grateful to be 60. Well, I am. But I'm also sometimes fucking hate it. It's just a mixture. We were talking about this on Friday, actually, on the show, saying, why do we always have to be one thing or the other? You know, why can't we be, all of us are like fucking old cows sometimes, fucking bitches, moany old bags, horrible, you know, kick the wall, scream and shout, be miserable, fart, pick our nose. Why can't we as women, I'm not talking about TV presenters now, because nobody can do that work, can they? Nobody can fart, rub their tits or whatever work. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying as women, just sometimes I feel like there's so many things that there are to fail about in one day. Right, look at me there, that's bloody roots again. I think, as you get, I am one of the lowest maintenance women you will meet. Never go for pedicures. Once in a blue moon, I'll go for a facial. And it's usually if somebody said, oh, would you like a facial? You know, I go, yeah. I'll see if I can fit it in. You know, I'm very, very, very low maintenance. You know, I'm all right to meet people without makeup on, you know. But I find more and more there's more maintenance to do, isn't it? It's not that I do it. It's not that I do it. But it's like there's more things to feel guilty about. Don't you think that as well? It's just like, oh, God. And the other thing I worry about being older is that my girls are younger. I got really upset the other day thinking, I was watching one of these videos on TikTok or Instagram or something, I can't remember what. And it was one of these with all the daughters surprising their parents with the fact that they were pregnant. They did all sorts of cute things, like there was one where they bring in the pizzas in the pizza box. It's very American. And then the mum opens up her pizza box and in there are 2 positive pregnancy tests. And she goes screaming mad. And anyway, there's all these little videos all strung together. I was sobbing watching it. And then I sent the video to the family WhatsApp and said, listen, girls, if you do ever decide that you want to get pregnant, you shouldn't say when you have kids, because what if they don't want them, or what if they can't have them in the future? You're not supposed to say that. If you ever do think that you might want children and then indeed manage to get pregnant, covering myself, will you do, oh, I'd love it if you did something like this. And then I thought, God, you're being so greedy, Nadia. You're probably not going to have or you're going to have grandchildren. You're going to be old. You're going to be much older. Because I want to be that sort of granny that takes them out and makes them, bakes apple pies and all of that. And then I think, oh, God, well, now that means you've got to do more exercise. You're not doing enough exercise. Because if you are lucky enough, because don't forget, you had a whole life before you had children. You know, you did it all, you had it all, and now you want to be a grandmother as well. This was my voice to me the other day, having a go at me. So, get up off your ass and lift some more weights. highly unlikely you'll get to be a grandmother, but, you know, if you're wanting that, you better do, oh, no, don't have a McDonald's when everybody else is having one. Leave those chips alone. Didn't you want to be a grandmother as well? It's just like, oh, fucking hell. You think you're going to get older and you're going to have less responsibility, but I think you get more responsibility. I mean, both mine and Mark's parents are elderly, so that's all, like, sad and worrying. I think the kids need me more and more. Honestly, they're constantly saying to me, Mom, what if you die? Mom, what if you die? And then I think, oh, God, I start feeling guilty. What if I die? And then the world's imploding. And then we never got a pension. And then, yeah, just so much to worry about. My knees are creaking like an old ship. I'm not sure if I've got a hemorrhoid or not. There's something there that shouldn't be there. Maybe it's a prolapsed something. I've got a bloody, what is it? A collapsed paw. A collapsed paw. That was Chi-Chi's stomach, not mine. She pissed on the new armchair the other day. God, I've been scrubbing that. She pissed on the armchair and she's pooed out there on the veranda bit that she never poos on. So we're moving into a double incontinent dog now. I'm sorry if I'm having a moan. But I can't be bothered not to moan today. I'm having a moaning day. I feel like shit. I feel old. I've got a bit of popcorn skin. Honestly, it's so annoying. It's stuck in the middle of my teeth. And nothing will get it out. Mark and Kiki are at the gym. And I said I'd make some salmon tacos. And I don't want to make any salmon tacos. I want to just get a takeaway. But then if I get a takeaway, I'm going to feel guilty. A, for the money spent, because we're trying to cut down how much we spend on takeaways. B, it's not healthy, is it? It's too much sodium, isn't it? Sodium kills us, doesn't it? Gives us heart attacks and strokes. God, and the hypochondria I'm getting, honest to God. Sometimes I think there's too much awareness. I'm sure my lips are purple. I'm sure I've got a heart condition. And then we had this woman on the show the other day who talked about strokes. Oh, God. After the show, I was laughing so much with Judy and Kay and Colleen because we had this expert on strokes come in, right? And my dad's had 2 strokes. Judy's mum had more than 2 strokes. I think Kay's mum had strokes. And then Colleen's uncle had a stroke. So we're like, oh, dear God, not sure about this topic. Anyway, we had this brilliant woman come on to give us all this information. It was a bun fight out there. We were like, oh, sorry. No, you go ahead, Judy. I want this question. And then Kate was like, so. And we were all using it like our private consultation. I said to the girls afterwards, at one point I wanted to laugh because I thought the audience have got no idea that we are bun fighting here. To get our next question in because we're all so terrified of having strokes. God, Kay thought she had a numb arm. I was sure my face was true. We'd convinced ourselves by the end of it. It's like you get older and you just worry about everything. I'm so sick of it. I just want a day of not worrying. Don't you? I just want a day of not worrying about 20 different fucking things. I feel like the house is going to fall down because we've got absolutely packed with leaves, gutters. And there's got one in there, when it rains, it all gathers and it just goes. I was saying to Mark this morning, you know what that means? That means we're going to have terrible damp. My fucking plants have got mealy moths. I had to spend about an hour and a half cleaning off mealyworms off one of my favourite plants with an earbud today. I know these are small things with what's going on in the world, but I did tell you I was going to have a moan. Listen, you put underneath here what your moans are. Let's all have a moan together. Otherwise, you've just listened to my moans and I haven't listened to yours. I promise every moan that is put down here over the next 48 hours, I will answer you. Obviously, I can't leave that open forever because people watch stuff at all different times. But in the next 48 hours from the point that this is uploaded, anyone have a moan about anything, I will answer the comments below. How about that? Because you've listened to me moan for the last 23 minutes, 14 seconds. I don't think I've finished yet. I think I want to moan some more. What am I going to do about an incontinent dog? I mean, I love the dog, but I do not want to be shampooing the fucking sofas every day. And don't say don't let her on the sofa because we can't. The girl said to me, Mum, the whole point about having a dog is when they cuddle up with you on the sofa, and I agree. Now I've got to check every single crevice of every single plant that I have to make sure there are no mealyworms, because it's highly contagious. I can carry it on my clothes. I promised myself by the end of the weekend I would have cleaned the laundry room up properly, but I haven't because I'm too tired. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick rundown of moans of things I haven't achieved this weekend, and then maybe you could say some things that you haven't achieved. But you can moan about anything, right? Anything. I might have to repeat this at the beginning so people can bear to get through this video. I think I better stop. It's an avalanche. I was just wondering if I could show you my boob skin. Look at this. So look. Right, I can now, when I lift up the skin on my boob, it stays there. Hang on. It's because the bra. Look. Watch this. See that skin? See how long it took for it to go back down? Thank you for listening. Please hit the subscribe button and have a little look around the channel. Because we do cheery stuff as well. We do vlogs. We do cooking. We do movie reviews and TV reviews. We do coffee moaning. We do all sorts of stuff. Edge's Moaning Corner. I promise my next video will be not about moaning. That's all I can promise you. Ta-ra, loves.